Hey everyone, this is Demanic, and I'm gonna run this list through a league. This list is a little bit different from what you're used to seeing me playing. It's not Mardu proc. The other day, I felt like I was in the mood to play a couple non-white cards, but I still wanted to be in sort of a control-y shell. I wanted to access some discard and different sorts of removal spells just because one of the main drawbacks to playing Mardu proc is that you can't beat certain combo decks, and if you have discard spells, you can pretty much have game against anything because you can just discard whatever they're trying to do. I felt like this was a pretty cool shell to try out. It's mostly based around young Pyromancer and Dark Confidant as just efficient 2 drops that you can slam down early and then gain a huge advantage off of. Really like young Pyromancer just because the deck is almost entirely removal, as you can see. You've got these 13 removal spells here, and then 7 1 mana discard spells and the 2 Kolaghan's commands, which kind of count as both. We've only got 11 creatures in the main deck, plus 4 Lingering Souls and 6 Manlands. In the version that I 5-0'd a league with, this Needle Spires was a Ghost Quarter, but it kept screwing me with the colors, and I felt like I was getting flooded a little bit too often, so I wanted just another Manland, and I hadn't tried this one out yet. It's probably going to cost too much to activate, but hey, you never know until you try it out. The rest of the lands are just kind of fetches, shocks, and 2 of the Blackleaf Cliffs, just because black and red are the 2 biggest colors in the deck. Over in the sideboard, we've got a random smattering of stuff. We've got 4 Fulminator Mages for big mana decks like Tron. It's also nice to answer certain manlands out of other decks. We got 3 Terminates. Some decks you don't want the burn spells and you want more hard removal, like versus Eldrazi. I originally had the split between Terminates and Paths at a little bit something, and the Lightning Helixes at a little bit something different, but I wanted to have the full 4 Lightning Bolts and 4 Lightning Helix main deck because I'm trying out 2 Soulfire Grandmaster. I was playing 2 Abbot, but it was just too wildly inconsistent. I wanted to try something else out that could come down early, and then late game you could gain an advantage off of it. So, late game, if you have 5 mana up, you can buy back your Lightning Bolts, your Paths. At 6 mana, pretty much you can buy back your whole deck. I just wanted to try out a couple of them. It also gives you some life gain, which is nice with the Dark Confidants and whatnot. Some of the stuff inside board, we got a Rakdos Charm. I like it because it's pretty versatile. You can use it as graveyard hate, artifact hate, and occasionally there are decks that go very wide and you can just finish them off with that. You have 8 burn spells main deck, so burning them out is not unreasonable, happens quite often. I've also got a Wear Tear, which is nice because sometimes enchantments happen. Sorin is a really sweet 4-drop. It's very good with all of these tokens. This deck goes very wide a lot of the times with the Young Pyromancer tokens and the Lingering Souls, so having a Sorin is nice. I had him main deck, but I moved him to the sideboard and tried out just some more 2-drops. I wanted to be a little bit lower to the ground. Timely Reinforcements is nice for decks that get ahead of you, and then 2 Rest in Peace. Before I was playing 2 Stony Silence, but I haven't dropped a game to Affinity yet, and I figured they were superfluous, and I wanted to try out things that were just a little bit more versatile. The one random Crackling Doom was after I lost to Boggles, and I thought of a couple other situations where it would be good. I imagine it's also good versus Infect. When they pump up something, you're just like, goodbye. It doesn't matter if it has Shroud or anything like that. You can't spell Skite it. It's just a couple random use cases. I wanted to try it out. I'm in the colors. It's obviously a powerful spell. Anyways, with that being said, I will see you guys in the games.